So you can hate me if you want to. You can hate me. I'm actually giving you permission. I'm giving you permission to hate me, to make fun of me, to judge me, to do all the above. So guys, sorry it's been a little bit since my last upload on my channel. I kind of wanted to do something a little bit more casual today. It is actually my anniversary. It is my 2-year wedding anniversary to my husband Charles. And I realized that if that means that it's my 2-year wedding anniversary, then that means it's in March, which means that my last upload was in February, early February, that I'm a little bit disappointed in myself. I am deeply, deeply, deeply sorry about that. Anywho, I wanted to jump on here and say, guys, I am still around, I am still here. I have just been kind of adjusting myself to basically the second trimester of my pregnancy, which has been so much better than my first trimester. I'm gonna be very honest with you. It has been so much more smooth, so much easier. I'm getting accustomed to things a little bit more. I hear that your second trimester is actually your better trimester because now you kind of know what to expect and you aren't totally in that freaked out mode, I guess. So I'm not really in that freaked out mode anymore. I'm actually really enjoying being pregnant. I'm enjoying the changes, I'm enjoying the feelings, I'm enjoying a lot of what's going on in this particular moment of my pregnancy. It's been really, really great. But for those of you who are new here, I am kind of well into my second trimester. I'm having a little girl. We announced that over on the CTFXC. I'll put that link down in the description below. But we are having a little girl, which took me by surprise. I quite literally thought we were having a boy. I had it set in stone in my heart that we are having a little boy and we're having a little girl, which I am so thrilled and so excited about, and I cannot complain because that means that not only am I having a little girl, but my sister is also having a little girl, and I already have a niece. So there's 3 little girls all under the age of, it'll be under the age of 2. So there's gonna be a lot of little baby girls coming into this world. And I know that Char's family is so excited too. So what's new? I kind of thought I would do like a little bit of an update on what's been going on so far since the last time that we talked. Lots of body changes. There's lots of body changes that have been happening. I'll show you guys actually. Hang on, hold tight. So, as you can see, I am now showing a lot more. There's a baby in there. This is my belly. These are my favorite pants that I got a couple sizes too big so that they fit and they don't fit anymore. I've definitely started growing a belly, which is super fun. I think a lot of women either love pregnancy or they hate pregnancy. And I'll be really honest, there's a lot about it that I don't like, but there's still a lot of it that I'm embracing and appreciating for what it is. That's something that they don't really talk about much. Like, I feel like whenever you hear about a woman being pregnant, she talks about how beautiful it is, how amazing it is, and how like, it's just the coolest thing in the world to know that you're the vessel for something and you're growing a human inside of you. Yeah, I get it, it's cool, it's awesome, but there's a lot that comes with pregnancy that I feel like it doesn't really get talked about. Like, it really doesn't get emphasized as a part of the pregnancy because not everyone has the same type of pregnancy. For instance, with me, my pregnancy was really hard. The first trimester was super, super hard. And then into the second trimester, there was a lot of body changes that were happening that with me having like a narrow frame, I wasn't used to the changes that were coming. So my hip started to spread. That hurts really bad. I actually started kind of experiencing, it's called round ligament pain, where it's basically, you kind of get this sharp pain. It's in your lower abdomen, kind of closer to your hip. That was really hard for me. That was like a really tough time for me. It wasn't constant, it was just random, and it was shooting, and it typically happened at night. For me, I'd feel it every so often during the day, and it's a lot. I mean, it's a lot. I have never heard about it before until I actually experienced it, and then I spoke to my doctor about it. And I feel like a lot of women kind of are fearful about talking about pregnancy in a quote unquote negative way. Even though you're not talking about it in a negative way, you're just talking about experiences with pregnancy that are tough. I mean, they're hard. Not all pregnancy is beautiful. Not everyone has this magical glowing moment with pregnancy where they feel incredible and their hair is better and their skin is amazing and, you know, they just feel like a goddess. No, that's not true. Not true. I mean, not true for me, but it's just not necessarily true. And I had some tough times with pains and, like I said, spreading on my hips. They're still spreading. Like I said, I was really sick the first trimester. I was going through a lot. I'm getting varicose veins. That's awesome. That's another thing I was not aware of with pregnancies, because when you are pregnant, you are producing so much extra blood. Obviously, you have to produce this extra blood for your baby because your baby needs the blood in her system to survive. Makes sense. Well, I developed a varicose vein in my left leg, in the back of my left leg, and it's like right under my butt, and it goes down to about just above my calf, like right in between like where my knee and my calf hit, in the back of my knee and my calf hit. And I don't know if women out there have ever experienced, or men, because I know men can get varicose veins. They're pretty intense. They're not the most comfortable thing in the world. So that was something that I wasn't aware I would get. And it was so funny. It was kind of like clockwork. They say at a certain week, you might start developing this. You might start developing that. Very true. I started developing varicose veins, I don't know how many weeks back, but it was appropriate for the time frame that they tell you you're gonna start developing varicose veins. So that was an interesting experience for me, especially too because I know, you know, the end result is just this beautiful baby and they'll fade away, but they do look weird and they feel uncomfortable. And it was just something that with pregnancy, I did not know came. It's not something that I'm like upset about, or I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe I'll never get pregnant again. No, that's not true. But I feel more prepared and well-versed in the idea that these are some of the things that happen with pregnancies. I don't know, today I kind of wanted to tell you some of the sides of pregnancy that I've experienced so far that maybe most people don't always talk about. Obviously, you know, with pregnancy, things change. Your body changes, things don't fit. Knew that was coming. Absolutely knew that was coming. And it's not something that bothers me at all in the least. It was just weird. It is weird when you are so used to wearing certain things and you are comfortable in your wardrobe. You're comfortable in your wardrobe that you have worn every day for however long, and then all of a sudden that changes. And you have to learn to be comfortable with your new self. And you have to learn to be comfortable with your new self every week or so, because your body is constantly changing throughout pregnancy. You are growing half a pound here, half a pound here, a pound here. Like, it's just, your body is constantly changing. I want to say for a lot of women, it's just like a very interesting transition from your normal, what you're comfortable with, what you know about your body, how your body reacts to certain things, your sleeping habits, your exercise habits, your eating habits, everything completely changes in pregnancy. And I think that most women don't talk about that. They don't talk about these like simple yet crazy changes that you experience throughout pregnancy. And it's scary at points. It's scary. It's beautiful. Like, I wish I had a better word for it. It's scary, but it is beautiful. And I love knowing that the end result is gonna be this really awesome baby. And luckily I've been trying to keep my cravings under control, which I didn't really have cravings until like the past like 2 weeks, which is so crazy. I've been lucky enough to where I've gained a little weight, you know, in certain areas, but mainly it's just been in my stomach. And that's kind of how my mom was with her first pregnancy. So I've been lucky with that. But I think that the changes that your body goes through in pregnancy is something that it can really test you mentally. It can really test you physically too. It can really test you physically. I used to go to the gym like 5 days a week, and I loved running. Running was like my thing, and I can't run anymore. I've noticed a change in how my body reacts to certain things in regards to exercise. Obviously, you have to be very careful exercising when you're pregnant, and you have to make sure that you're doing safe things. You need to make sure that you're keeping your baby's health at best interest. And that's exactly what I'm doing. But you also want to maintain, the doctor kept telling me, you really want to maintain a lifestyle that's very similar to what you had before, with moderate changes, you know, moderate changes, because that's something you have to. I mean, when you're pregnant, you got to do those things. But there's just like a lot of things that I think I wanted to kind of talk to you guys about what's been going on and give you a little update on my belly. My belly's definitely growing. I wanted to kind of talk about like kind of just a side of pregnancy that I guess I don't feel like it's talked about enough, which is the side that's hard, you know, the side of pregnancy that's a little scary, the side of pregnancy that's not always fun, but it's not terrible. And I don't want to say all these things to scare women out there, or scare people out there that are wanting to have children, that haven't had children yet. Like, I don't want you to be frightened by what I'm saying, but I do want you to also know, like, those things are totally normal. It doesn't happen to everyone. The uncomfortableness is like totally part of the process, and it's something that you just, I think as a woman, it's so incredible that we as women can embrace that. We can embrace the change that comes with the body. And I've learned so much about myself in these past couple of months that I was so unaware of. Like, I was so unaware of how much my body can do and how much my body can take so far. And it really astonished me, and I think it was super cool. You know, when I do these videos, I kind of want to, I'm very blunt, I'm very forward, I'm very honest. I don't want to sugarcoat too much for you guys, and I hope you understand that. Sometimes I rant, but I just want to make sure that when I do share these type of videos, I'm being very true to myself and being very true to you, because I think throughout life it's really important to kind of be a little bit forward and kind of be truly honest with yourself and truly honest with those around you about what the real side of things are. Like, sorry, dogs just walked in. I told you guys this is gonna be a super casual one. So I was saying to them that I'm like talking about like kind of like the harder sides of pregnancy, because you get to, he experiences it too with me, which is kind of interesting.
A lot of times I sleep through it though.
But I feel bad, but it's like, I was saying to them how the hard side,
the harder side,
isn't always talked about, and I wanted to be like very forward about it. And honestly,
I think that's very important.
I'm not ending it on a negative note. There's some really rad stuff that happens with pregnancy, which I'm actually gonna do a whole nother vlog about the cool stuff that I've experienced so far since last time I talked to you guys, or just in general what I've really experienced since she started moving, which is like the coolest part. That's one of the most fun. She's starting to get
stronger and stronger.
So I'm gonna do another vlog that's gonna be about the cool stuff and the fun stuff too, so far that I've experienced so far. And we're gonna do so many other really rad vlogs. Now that there's more dramatic changes, I feel more comfortable sharing
like
my
visual
pregnancy.
Too. Like every day is like, oh, you saw every day you see something different.
Yeah. Now that there's bigger changes, I feel more comfortable talking about it. And when we first announced this, there were some changes. There were some interesting things that were happening, but I wasn't
like not like physical. It was more like
so
sickness.
So I'm excited to kind of like share that with you guys, show you guys the positive side. That, like I said, next vlog, and talk about a whole bunch of different things. So if you guys have anything you really want to see, let me know. Comment section below. Thank you so much for watching, and I am very excited to be back. Sorry, you know, you get pregnant, you daily vlog, you start changing things up because there's a baby and you gotta make some changes in your,
and then you got 3 dogs.
Time passes by. I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. If you're brand new, don't forget to hit subscribe. We'll see you tomorrow on, you know, CTFXC. Subscribe. If you're not subscribed to CTFXC, what are you doing with your life? It's go crazy over there. You should be over there subscribing because lots of changes.
And you better
He's Dadzilla. If you guys like crazy brides, you should see Crazy Dads.
Did you show him this?
No, not yet. No, the good stuff comes tomorrow on the next vlog.
So never.
I gotta show you the good stuff on the next vlog. I can't show you all the good stuff.
Yeah. Sorry, I was jumped the gun.
All right, guys, it's our anniversary. We're gonna go hang out together and hang out with the pups, eat a pup sub.
I kind of give him a little hint. Never mind. You'll figure it out.
Oh, he's talking about we're gonna go play Scrabble.
No.
We love you guys. All right, I love you guys. I'll see you later.
Let's go make a baby.